Hey coaches, so welcome to our bonus video on how to handle objections. So when you're talking to somebody in the invite conversation, maybe somebody approaches you about being interested in a workout that you're doing, or you've invited them to be a challenge group and they're excited and they want to do it. We know that we start in, we don't just talk about a product and say, hey, I've been doing this, do you want to see a link of this? We say, okay, cool. If somebody says they're interested, awesome. Well, talk to me about your goals a little bit. Tell me where you're struggling, all this kind of stuff. And then we'll talk to them, okay, cool. So can you tell me a little bit about what your current fitness routine is, or, where you'd like to be with that? Awesome. Sounds great. We talk. Okay, well, let's talk food a little bit because I know this is definitely a struggle for most people. Can you tell me what a typical breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks are like for you? Okay, awesome. And maybe give them some tips there. And then, say, and by the way, do you ever notice that you're getting sugar cravings or energy crashes? Do you take any multivitamins or any kind of thing to really help with your gut health or added nutrients, all that kind of stuff? Okay, cool. And you just talk. And then when we tell them about the group, okay, awesome, based on what you've shared, I really think my group's going to be amazing for you. This is what it is. And we talk about that kind of through the outline. And then they're like, yes, I want to do it. Or they give you that time objection. And then we kind of get into these, issues where it's like, yes, I want to do this, but how much does it cost? Well, here's the thing with this. When you're telling people the cost, I want you to 100% believe in what we have to offer, okay? I know it's really easy as a new coach or as a veteran coach who maybe you don't feel like you've been successful to think, man, yeah, it's really expensive. Shakeology is like really expensive, or this workout's like really expensive. But I want you to think about it this way. Did you create Shakeology? Were you on the field with Darren O'Lean for 3 years while they went hunting for the superfoods and tested and made sure that the farmers were manufacturing these correctly, that they were harvested the right way, that when they were doing the processing, that they weren't overheating them so that they lost nutrients, so that when they were working with the scientists, they were making sure to pull superfoods together that enhanced each other. Were you there when that happened? No. Who did that? Only the smartest guy on the planet, Darren O'Lean. Look him up, superlife.com. Like, he did that, right? You don't have to argue for the cost of Shakeology. It's incredible, and you didn't even watch what went on. It's incredible. They're not investing in you at that point with Shakeology. They're investing in the amazing product that it is. And if you really try to go make a meal for $4 that has that much nutrition, good luck. It's not going to happen. And if you watch what people do and go to Whole Foods and buy all this food and buy all this food and all these supplements, like, it's not possible. And if you think about, our bodies need dense nutrients, and we miss out on stuff in our lives. We don't even know how good it is, how good we possibly could feel sometimes, because we're missing a lot of nutrients. And that's what Shakeology does. And all the life changes happen for you. Josh Coates, in this training that I was taking, said that his wife had hyperthyroidism and was working out with Jillian Michaels, and she'd work out, do a 30-minute workout, and then lay out in bed for 8 hours because she was so exhausted. 2 months on Shakeology, she's able to get up, do a workout with her kids, and then play around with the kids around the house all day. Like, that is worth something, okay? And if you think about what we spend at Costco and what we spend here and there, $4. Try to go out to eat somewhere that's healthy for $4. It's not possible, and you're getting dense nutrients, not just a meal replacement. It's not a protein shake. If you want more information on Shakeology, please go listen to the Shakeology Inside Shakeology podcasts. Educate yourself. It's a really good thing to do, okay? And the workouts, okay? These workouts, if you've ever listened to Autumn Calabrese talk about the training and the time that went into designing the 21-Day Fix, like, it was intense. And they spent months working with things, tweaking things, looking at the science behind things, the sports medicine behind things. Like, guys, she went to school to be a professional for this. These are insane, amazing products. So when you're giving them the price, don't shrink back. Be like, this is what the price is. I'm super excited. It's going to be amazing for you. Here's what you get. Here's what you get. Does that sound like it's going to work for you? And be 100% confident in that. Now, some people are going to tell you, yeah, I'm just not sure if I have the time. Let me give you this, okay? And this is how you can talk to them. And sometimes it's easier to do this on the phone. Sometimes it's easier to do through voice message. Be loving to them. But if they give you the time excuse, just say, you know what? I totally get it. Life is busy. My family was actually just moving last month, and I get it. But let me ask you this. Just bear with me for a second. If it doesn't work, that's fine. But let me ask you this. Where do you want to be a year from right now? Like, describe your ideal life to me. Where do you want to be 1 year from right now? And then they'll describe to you and all that stuff. Okay, well then what are you doing today to ensure that you get to that spot a year from now? And a lot of times they'll say, well, nothing. And saying things like, if working with me for 1 year could help put you closer to those goals, wouldn't it be worth giving it a shot? Or saying things like, if they say that they have their family, so many times people use family as a reason not to do things. But saying, I know you said you had a family, right? I know you care about your family. Isn't it important? Don't you want to give your family the mom that they deserve to have? A mom that's taking care of herself so that she can be a better mom, a better wife, a better girlfriend, a better coworker, whatever it is. Don't you think that she deserves that? Don't you think your kids deserve that? And then if they respond, then if what you're doing right now is working, that's great. But if it's not working right now and it's not changing, don't you think it's time to try something different? And if what you're doing is working, I'm going to applaud you from the sidelines. I will cheer you on. That is awesome. But if it's not, and you can't take 30 minutes a day to make a workout happen, and this may seem a little harsh. I don't know if I'd say this, but just think about this for yourself. If you're so busy, you can't set aside 30 minutes, maybe your life is going down a path that you don't really want it to be going down. If you're that busy, what other kind of things in your life maybe do we need time balance with, because it's affecting other things too. And people have time, guys. People scroll. If you look at the front of their phone and they have Facebook, if they have Instagram, if they have Google, they have time. You can have your workout be going on while you're making dinner with your kids. Like, it is possible to do it if you make the time. What about the money excuse, right? We get the money excuse. People have money. People always have money. The problem is that they don't see that what you're offering is worth them moving those funds around so that this is what their money goes towards. Maybe people don't have money to add on to things, but people have money to pull from different spots. And if you haven't hit their pain point, if you hadn't emotionally connected with them because you're just selling them a workout, then it's going to be really hard to talk to them about that. And it's this phrase that if you can't hit their pain point, you can't get their money. And if you can't get their money, you can't change their lives. And money is not about like, I want to get the money to get it in my bank account. That's not the point of this. It's saying, if I can't let them see past that roadblock of money, they can't see that working in this group and learning to clean eat is going to save them money long term. That the fact that they're not having to go to the doctor and take off time from work is going to save them money in the long time. That all those pills that they've invested in, this is going to save them money in the long time. So you have to hit those pain points. And again, it's the same kind of conversation. Okay, let me ask you this. Where do you want to be a year from right now? Okay, what are you doing right now to ensure that you get there? Would a $150 investment or a $200 investment upfront right now be worth it if you could get there a year from now? Of course it would be, right? I can't promise that you're going to hit every single one of your goals. But if you work with me and you put in the effort and you put in the time, I promise you will be way closer to your goals than you are today if you continue doing what you are right now. Have those kind of conversations. It's really just a matter of asking them, okay, let me ask you, what are your goals? Where do you want to be in this amount of time? People don't know how to imagine. They know how to imagine Friday's coming when it's Monday, and they know how to think about Monday morning when it's Sunday night, but they don't know how to imagine. They don't think about their life. This is why we have people that are in debt, because they don't think about tomorrow. So the biggest thing, however you word this, is get back down to the fact of, okay, bear with me for just a second. Let me ask you this. Where do you want to be a year from now? What's your ideal life look like? What are your goals? What do you want to do? And then what are you doing today to make sure that you hit those goals? Okay. I am not going to post a script for that. I just want you to think about this. This is something that you can kind of use your own words with this, but hopefully that helps. Again, just get in a conversation. People are still going to tell you no, but it's worth caring about this person so much that you just have to get them past this barrier. And as a new coach, you're like, man, I haven't had challengers that have had success before. That's okay. There are tons of coaches on our team that have had success with their challengers with the exact same tools that you're getting. So you can bank on the fact that you're going to be able to help people too. So care about that person enough to push through the objections with them. Not because you want to sale, but because you really, really, really do care about this person, and let them know that. Okay? Hopefully that helps, and I will talk to you guys later.